Miami Heat pull out a victory last night against the Detroit Pistons. Is Duncan Robinson back to his old form? And should we start worrying about Tyler Hero? What's up, Heat fans? Your boy Ernest here, and I am back with another Miami Heat Talk video. Hope everyone's feeling as good as me, because last night the Miami Heat defeated the Detroit Pistons 103-102. Now, I know the fourth quarter was shaky. The Miami Heat almost lost that game. But let's not focus on that. Let's focus on the positive. We are 1-0, starting off the season the right way. Now, I want to talk about a few things from last night, you guys. Give a few flowers out there because a lot of people did step up. Now, what you're going to see throughout this season with these games, I want to give you guys a player of the game. I want to give you guys an obvious player of the game, but then I want to give you my true player of the game. Now, last night, flowers have to go to Bam Adebayo. Bam Adebayo was old reliable last night. 22 points from 7 for 13 shooting, 8 rebounds, 3 assists, 2 blocks. This is what Bam Adebayo is going to bring, and this is exactly what we need. He's getting better on the offensive end. He's trusting his mid-range shot. He's trusting his offensive presence. This guy is stepping up. He evolves. He gets better every season. Now, look, you're not going to see a Bam Adebayo average 30 points a game. That's not his game. But if he can go out there and give you 22 points, 10 rebounds, a few blocks and steals, and with his defensive presence, that's all-star numbers. That's championship level playing style. Now, my player of the game, who I felt that surprised the most, Duncan Robinson. Duncan Robinson comes off the bench, gives you 22 minutes, goes 6 for 10 in the field goal, 15 points, goes 3 for 5 from the three-point shot, but he's also changing his game. Like we noticed in the playoffs, you guys, Duncan is not just a shooter anymore. He can create on his own. And another great thing that he can do, he can create off the ball. He cuts, he screens, he gets to the basket, he makes easy layups. This is exactly what we needed to see from Duncan Robinson. After the 2021 season, when he got that fat $90 million 5-year contract, we all got worried because the prior season, the 2022 season, he flopped. Lost his starting spot to Max Strus. Then last year, he barely was even playing. Now, you are seeing Duncan Robinson for what he's truly worth. And that is not a guy that's just a shooter, but that's a guy that can cause havoc on the offensive end. So my player of the game definitely goes to Duncan Robinson, but there's a few other guys that I want to talk about. Tyler Hero. As positive as we're being, as many flowers as we're giving, I gotta say, last night was a very disappointing showing for Tyler Hero. The dude shoots 24 times. He only makes 7 of the shots. 2 for 7 from the three-point line. He gives you 16 points respectively, 3 assists, 2 rebounds. But one thing that I really liked about Tyler Hero's game yesterday, 3 steals. In the first quarter, he was being a menace on the defensive end, actually throughout the whole game. I'm seeing Tyler evolve his game defensively. Now, look, 7 for 24 is not good. I understand that. But a lot of those shots could have gone in. That easily could have been a 12 for 24 game with some of the shots that he was missing. It's going to take time. I really saw an aggressive Tyler Hero, though, last night. And that's something I like to see. Yeah, he only scored 16 points, but that easily could have been 28 if he made some of those shots. Tyler Hero's being aggressive. He's getting to the basket. He's shooting. He's trying to become the number 1 overall option. And you're seeing it, and I am definitely proud. Every game is not going to be like this. So Heat fans, for those of you that are going to bash Tyler Hero in my comments, it's just one game. We have 81 left to go. I am fully confident in Tyler Hero, and no, I am not worried. But just like I said yesterday, you guys showed what I was truly saying. Jimmy Butler last night was playing as a number 3 option. Jimmy Butler last night gives you 19 points on 6 for 18 shooting. Not the greatest game. 7 for 9 free throws. That's where we know what he can do. Jimmy's a pest in the free throw line, but he also gives you 13 rebounds, 4 assists, and 2 steals. But here's what I love about Jimmy. Jimmy was allowing for Tyler Hero and Bam Adebayo to get their buckets. And when it came time to the fourth quarter, when it came time to win the game, the ball was put in Jimmy Butler's hands. That's exactly why I am loving this top three in Miami. Jimmy Butler, Tyler Hero, and Bam Adebayo. This is something I want to see all season. I want to see Jimmy Butler allow Tyler and Bam to grow their game. He's going to be a guy that can give you anywhere from 18 to 23 points a night, maybe even more. But Jimmy is a player, you guys, that's kind of like Michael Jordan. Is he the GOAT? No. But what I'm trying to say is Michael Jordan got to a level where he was just winning games, where he just got to a point that he just knew how to win the game. That is the level that Jimmy Butler is at right now. So he's going to allow Tyler and Bam to do their thing, but when he's called upon and when he has to, he will close out the game. And why am I saying that, you guys? Well, because it was a very close game in the first half, but in the second half, in the third quarter, Miami was beating the crap out of Detroit. A lot of times we had a 12, 13, 15-point lead. But then coming into the fourth quarter, Miami's bench group got to a 19-point lead within 9 minutes left of the game. So I'm here thinking, all right, Jimmy, Bam, Tyler, they're going to get the rest of the night off. Numbers aren't going to show that great because you took the fourth quarter off, but whatever. We're winning the game. That's the point. So Detroit goes on this huge 12-0 run, and then they actually cap that down to just a 1-point game. Miami misses a possession at the end of the game to make a shot, and Detroit gets the final possession to win the game. Now, Cade Cunningham misses the shot, so Miami Heat wins the game. But man, were we nervous for a second, because the last thing you want is to lose to this Detroit Pistons team, you guys. I don't care how we win. Whether we win by 20, whether we win by 1, it doesn't matter. A dub is a dub. But I will say this, moving forward, the Heat have to hold these leads and hold it stronger, because you have some difficult matchups coming up in the next few games. You're not playing Detroit every game. So this thing that you're winning by just 1 point, this is something that the Heat really need to look at, look in the mirror, and get better. Now, with that, you guys, there were other players that you got to give some flowers to. Thomas Bryant. Coming off the bench, 16 quality minutes, 8 points, 6 rebounds, 3 assists, a steal. This guy is showing you that he's going to be the best backup center that Bam Adebayo has ever had. Bam Adebayo was able to play just 32 minutes last night. He didn't have to play his usual 40 to 42. And that's because Thomas Bryant was doing damage when Bam Adebayo was on the bench. He rebounds the ball, he scores well, might I add, and he's tough as hell. That's exactly what embodies a Miami Heat player. Thomas Bryant screams Miami Heat culture. But not just him, you guys. Also give some flowers because Eric Spoelstra went with a 10-man rotation last night. I love 10-man rotations, especially during the season. It gives your stars a chance to rest. You saw Drew Smith give you 9 quality minutes. I'm telling y'all, Drew Smith is another Gabe Vincent. Don't believe me? Watch these games. Drew Smith is a pest defensively. There were some plays in the 9 minutes that he played when Cade Cunningham was driving to the lane, Drew Smith would pop the ball out of his hands. He's a stripper. Wow. He likes to strip the ball. He's a guy that's a defensive pest. You can go to Drew Smith for 8 to 12 minutes to just annoy the opposing point guard, especially if it's a backup point guard. I like Drew Smith continuing to move forward. We don't know what's going to happen with RJ Hampton. Drew Smith got the standard contract over RJ Hampton, so that tells you something. You also have Jaime Jaquez, 13 minutes off the bench, but here's what I like. Just 13 minutes? Fine. 3 for 3 from the field goal line, 6 points, 2 assists, 2 steals, 2 rebounds, plus 4. He gets to the basket, he gets to the paint, and he does that Hakeem Olajuwon shake, bro, and it works. I see another Jimmy Butler and Jaime Jaquez, and he's playing with Jimmy. This is going to be amazing. Caleb Martin gives you 20 minutes, 2 points, 3 rebounds, 1 for 7 shooting. Not his best game, but as we know, Caleb Martin is dealing with the knee tendonitis. But here's what I'll say. For those of you that watch the game, Caleb Martin goes out there and what does he do? He defends Detroit's best player, Cade Cunningham. Locks him down. Makes sure that he doesn't get to the spots that he wants to go. That's another great thing about guys like Caleb Martin and Hayward Highsmith, guys. They're going to take the pressure off of Jimmy Butler so they can defend the opposing team's best player. And that's going to allow Tyler and Jimmy to do their thing. I can't wait for Hayward Highsmith to get back. Haywood Highsmith, I said Haywood. I can't wait for Haywood Highsmith to get back with Caleb Martin because defensively, those two are going to be beasts. It's like I've said before, you guys. Imagine this lineup to close out games. Bam Adebayo, Caleb Martin, Jimmy Butler, Hayward Highsmith, Tyler Hero. Defensively, that's going to be a nightmare for opposing teams. So I really can't wait for Haywood Highsmith to get back, but I was really impressed seeing what I saw from Caleb Martin last night. So this is going to be the ongoing thing this season, you guys. This Miami Heat team is predicated on defense. And I love this team, you guys, because this reminds me of 1990s basketball. Because NBA, what's it all about today? Scoring. Score 120, 130 points. You can't do that on the Heat. It's going to be really difficult to score over 100 points against the Miami Heat. We are defensively the best team in the NBA, in my opinion. Now, that's my opinion, but when you watch us out there, you can definitely see it. Now, as I mentioned earlier, we got some tough games coming up. It looks like the NBA just wants to do this to us. But hey, that's how we roll. Because Friday, we get Boston. Ho, ho, ho. I can't wait for that one. Boston, we coming. Then, on Saturday, you got a back-to-back against Minnesota. Don't expect guys like Kyle Lowry, Jimmy Butler to play. Then on Monday, you got Milwaukee. I'm penciling in that one. Damian Lillard and Giannis Antetokounmpo against the Heat. And then you got the Brooklyn Nets November 1st. So I think in this 4-game stretch, Miami's got to go 3-1. You got to go at least 3-1. If you go 2-2, fine. If you go 1-3, shoot me. I need to see a 3-1 outing. This Miami Heat team needs to go during the season and go hard. And for those of you that are going to be trolling and saying, oh, the season doesn't mean anything. You don't know nothing. You don't know anything. The Miami Heat need to get a top standing in the playoffs. You need to rest your players as much as possible. Now, before I go, one more thing I want to mention. We saw an embarrassing showing last night from a gentleman by the name of Kyle Lowry. Starting at point guard, 32 minutes, 0 points, 2 assists. What the hell? The dude was a +4 out there, but he only took a shot one time. He was creating for others. Defensively, he's amazing. He was doing his thing defensively. Kyle Lowry's in the best shape I've seen him ever in the Miami Heat. I was just confused that in 32 minutes, dude can't even take a shot. You're seeing his age. You're seeing his age, and games like this is really going to decrease his trade value if Miami try to trade for him. But you got to see right there, you guys, if Kyle Lowry is putting showings like this, it is crucial to get Josh Richardson back to start next to Tyler Hero. I want Kyle Lowry coming off the bench for 15 to 20 minutes. That's it. He makes $30 million. I know, it's insane, but he's in the final year of his contract. Just get through it. This is going to be an opportunity for us to trade him. And if Duncan Robinson keeps playing like this, you guys, I love Duncan. I don't want to trade him. I think Duncan brings great value to this team. But if you're able to package Duncan Robinson and Kyle Lowry, take their contract, which together is almost $50 million, you can trade for somebody who can really help evolve your team and help you win. Who? I don't know. You got to see who's going to come up. There's no players right now open in the market except for James Harden, and I don't think the Heat are going to do that. So I want to know from you guys, what do you guys think about last night's game? Are you nervous about Tyler Hero's struggles? What do you guys think about Duncan Robinson? And let me know your true feelings on Kyle Lowry. Thank you guys so much for the love and support. Don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe, click that notification bell to get all my updates. My family and I are leaving for this weekend. We're going on a little trip. So it's going to be difficult for me to get videos to you guys. I'll try my best. I'm definitely want to give you guys as much content as I can. I love y'all. Enjoy your Thursday. And that's enough said. Let's go Heat.